Hello, we return to Dark Cloud 2. And because of life, I am recording this the day before it goes out. Whereas sometimes, I am quite a ways away from the release date, but life has been busy, as it is. My life is, I would say, especially nowadays, this year, big this year. It's been dominated by quarterly software releases. So when I kind of have to like own stuff for my team for a release, it's a demanding time. And here's an interesting thing, right? I was recently watching one of my own videos from this series. For one reason or another, I think I was replying to some stuff and I was reviewing a section. And then I got caught up listening to myself talk about how I've been feeling out of my body lately. And it was really funny because I've had the realization recently, and after doing some review and consulting some workbooks and a few other things, and even like looking back, it's been clear to me that I actually have had some memory loss over the past few weeks. It was brought on by like really incredible stress, and I was obviously, here's the thing, when you become disassociative, right? You don't realize you're not forming memories because you're still in the driver's seat. You're probably not in a good mood. You're probably very stressed, right? But the reality of it is you're still like driving your body. You're still doing stuff. Your brain has just entered a survival state and you're not really making, you're literally not making memories, at least the way that it happened for me. So, as I'm kind of like coming back to my body now, it's fascinating to have heard myself talking about feeling out of my body while I was in a disassociative state that has led to me losing about 2 to 3 weeks of memory. Now, I'm not really all that scared about this, unfortunately, because it's the nature of how my brain works that, it can get overwhelmed. It hasn't happened for a really long time, but it's not the first time that's happened where I've gotten like so stressed and overwhelmed that I'm literally just like losing or not creating memories. And then I kind of like get back to control or survive the crisis or whatever. And then my brain is kind of playing catch up. So yeah, definitely not the first time this has happened. It's happened longer term where like, I've lost entire months before during periods of stress. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. I didn't think he was going to like home onto me with his attack, so. Whatever. We have all these, right, we have all this res powder now. Probably more useful for something else, but I don't care. Max's wrench is much more effective against this guy. But he does not get distracted. Oh well. Okay. So yeah, opening up, talking about disassociative states. What a thing, right? But yeah, I lost a few weeks. I've lost, there's another time earlier in my life where I had, I was going through an airport and like my mom didn't sign this thing. I was like a kid, right? Where I was like 17 or something. I wasn't in charge of the travel documents, suffice to say. And my mom didn't sign this form that needed to be signed right up. There's like tons of clarification. They gave it to you on the plane. They made it very clear you had to sign this form. It's like a declaration for customs or something, right? And she didn't do it until we got to like the thing after standing in line forever. And then she had like the audacity to act all like, what do you mean I need to fill this out? And I don't remember anything from that moment being pissed off at my mom in the line of customs in a hot airport like South America. Being cranky that she didn't sign this thing, despite the fact that I had told her multiple times she needed to do this and that she wasn't. And she was like trying to be like, oh no, don't worry, we'll do it when we get there. It's okay. And then we got there and they're like, why the hell didn't you do this thing? You had all this time. Go get out of my line. Yeah. And we had to go back and we had to wait again. And I have no memories from there until like we're in a bus heading to the resort. Like I kind of come back into consciousness on the way to the resort. And up until then, I have no idea how I got there, where I was, what happened in between, what happened when we left the line. I genuinely don't remember. My brain went into survival mode, disassociated fully, and just was not forming memories. So it's always a fun experience. But it's happened, yeah, when I was younger as well. But it's fascinating to have it happen as an adult, because you're like, oh wow, that's still going on. All right. So it's, you know, it's good to remember that you can't get away from taking care of yourself. It also sucks when you have like mental health concerns that can, you know, provoke such arguably extreme outcomes, such as total memory loss. And then you have to explain that to someone, and you sound like a crazy person where you're like, oh, that's not even the thing that I find most annoying about what's wrong with me. And they're like, you completely lost track of time. And you're like, yeah, but it wasn't that important anyways. And technically, it's just my brain taking care of me. They don't understand. Like I mentioned to my boss, like asked, like, how did you feel about this thing that had happened during this period of time? And I look back and I had to explain, like, I don't remember anything from that period of time because it was such a stressful thing. My brain just stopped. And like her reaction, I kind of had, like, I felt bad. It was like, I told somebody that something really, really awful. Because like when you live with any sort of mental health crises or disorder or concern or whatever, you either like let it ruin you, as I have seen some people, and it becomes like their identity, and suffering in it is as much about who they are as anything else. Or you can be the type of person that's like, yeah, no, my brain's broke. Oh well, do you want to go out for chips? Like, you kind of just have to make peace with your reality, is what I'm saying, right? And the things that you have to make peace with can sometimes be things that make other people very uncomfortable, or challenge their ideas of what it means to like be at peace or accepting of things. Mental health disorders are a really great way to learn how to accept uncomfortable realities. I think there's a book with that title that I read too. Accepting Uncomfortable Truths or something like that. I think it's a autobiography of Orson Welles or something. I'm forgetting now, but I do remember bits of that book, if I'm thinking of the right thing, because it was set in the time, like a few different periods of time. It talks about his experience surviving World War II, I believe it was, and the bombing raids on London, what it was like to live there at the time. But then earlier, growing up in private schools or boarding schools, and the life of a child at that point in time. I remember one bit from the book where he was talking about how they had like a wagon that would take kids to and from shops or back to the schools and stuff. And if the wagon was so overstuffed with kids, that if one happened to fall off and crack his head and die, the school would just send a note of apology and then let the parents know that they were no longer required to pay tuition for that student because he had passed away. And that was like the end of the discussion. Oh, sorry, your kid's dead. Don't worry about sending the money next month. All right, see you when you have another one. Like, that was the end of the dialogue. And it was crazy to read that book and see, even as someone who doesn't want or intends to ever have a kid, I couldn't envision that type of, truly dispassionate way of having anyone in your life. But the world's come a long way. Which is why, like, it's kind of humorous to me that folks are not used to having to accommodate quite horrible internal realities. Because the world has improved broadly so much that we're moving away from that being a universal reality, right? Which I'll say is a good thing. It's not like we should suffer more for some arbitrary honor or achievement or anything, right? Like, I don't think pain is actually all that valuable in and of itself, which puts me at odds with a lot of media. And I struggle with media that, like, overly represents wallowing as a valuable behavior. Like, here's a really good example. The movie Godzilla Zero. I don't know if anyone's seen this. It's a, I don't know. Where am I going really quickly here? Okay, I guess they got healed up. And I have enough meat. It's okay. So, Godzilla Zero is like a pretty recent Godzilla movie. It's set in, like, World War II, post-World War II Japan. The main character is a kamikaze pilot who failed in his duty to be a kamikaze pilot and instead comes back for repairs to a Japanese airbase. And because of the fact that he was intended to die fulfilling his duty, he carries a lot of dishonor for having not, been a kamikaze pilot, unalived himself, I guess, as the kids would say. And because of that, despite the fact that he persevered and saved his own life, he carries a lot of shame about that. And then there's ongoing elements of that plot. But I really, really, really couldn't get into the fact that, like, it was very much one of those stories where sitting in your suffering was presented as this, like, honorable thing to do and, like, a beneficial, respectable thing to do. And, like, there's a lot of content out there, and, it is popular in anime and Japanese storytelling, where it's kind of like, I don't know, showing that you understand the severity of what's done or what's happened, or paying some sort of patronage back as a result of that solace and grieving or suffering internally. But I don't know. I maybe it's just my grief therapy background and my time spent around, like, loss and bereavement. But very rarely does sitting there ruminating about stuff, feeling guilty, actually lead to recovery, right? That's not typically the path to recovery. Rumination, ceaseless rumination, just sitting there giving yourself a hard time. It's usually a sign that, like, you're in a place where you need to break a cycle, gain greater tools, or maybe confront what you are feeling guilty about, make amends for it, or some other sort of, like, kind of guided recovery, right? I don't really think any modern therapist, counselor, psychiatrist is going to be like, yeah, just sit around and feel like shit all day. That's the way to do it. So I struggle with stories that present enduring and wallowing in your suffering and guilt and sadness or regret as something that's, like, mandatory to show that you truly do feel that sadness or regret or guilt. Like, I don't know. It feels too performative and punitive when it's not really like the reality of mental health. Even like behavior forming and stuff like that, right? It's not really like you're training your brain to do one thing and you think, well, I'm doing this so I can do this other thing. But that's not really the reality of how the brain processes this type of thing. So it's like it's closer to I am training my brain to do this, and that's what I'm getting good at. That's kind of how the brain understands that series of events, right? So like it's the same thing as thinking like, oh, I'm gonna be really, really cruel and heartless for my job, but eventually, when I've made enough money, I'm going to turn around and now I'm going to be a good person with all that money I've earned. And it's the method through which I earned it isn't going to affect my ability to be kind with it. And while, you know, like you can have your ideals in that space, like Bruce Wayne, most people, that is not how the brain works. And it's not accurately... Oh my god, okay, everything here hits just way too hard, bro. Cool. Yeah, that's why kind of having alignment between all the lives that I'm living is really important to me, because I don't believe it's possible to act one way and then authentically live another. You know, it's just the way that I understand how the brain learns, responds to stimulus, how it trains, how it evolves internally, how that like biological neural network is mapped. You can't just swap connections, behaviors, or responses. You train your brain, and you can retrain it, but it's important not to misunderstand one thing as being the other. All right. And I guess this is... Yeah, it is a healing thing, isn't it? Oh, well. Maybe we can come back if we survive. There's a part of me that just wants to leave. I don't know. We got the Georama, right? Like... I'm not inherently trying to grind things out here. Oh, okay. I guess. I'll take it. Okay, and we will use this thing to get out of here. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now, I think I need to go get a few things, right? Like some cheese and repair stuff. So let's go over here. Let's grab a repair for the robots. Well, that looks good. Let's get that. Sure, let's get that too. Oh, wow, that thing is way better. Does it have any room to be built up? Yeah, let's spectrumize that and roll it up into our thing here. Okay, well, we'll do that in a bit. Wouldn't that be funny? Should I, like, do that too? All right. Yeah, I think she needs some smash there, eh? But I don't think we have too much of that unless we're starting to get some more. Okay, well, let's spectrumize 20 smash. That might genuinely not be enough, right? Like, who knows? Yep, need more. That's okay. Well, that looks cool. And can I get anything else here? Like, can I get another upgrade for this? No. Cool. Okay, let's go and, am I correct? Can I get cheese from the store here? No, just bread. All right, well, I guess. I'll take the bread too. Sure. Okay, now where can we get cheese? Is that the Heimrada Future store? Yeah, I'm just kind of spitballing here, but... Oh, hey, look at that. What the heck? Oh, a turquoise. That's funny. Yeah, sure. What does it need? A few different things, eh? Okay, well, I'll worry about that in the future. Shame you can't build things up this way. Okay. Sir. Hey. It's a shame you can't just, like, go to a high-level store and roll up all those purchases at once, but... What? Whatever. Yeah, we can't reach the Ixion from here? Really? Okay. Oh, what the heck is going on here now, buddy? Well, that's super helpful. Yeah, I don't know. I just figured I'll pop down some basic stuff. It's probably gonna get needed or something, right? I hope it's not I have to magically decipher everything myself from pictures. Probably is. Oh well. I am sure there's a list I can look up online. Yeah, and at this point, my second save is really out of date, so I might as well roll up that backup. Okay, awesome, and now we're on to this section. Okay. A cow priest? Oh, crow priest. Okay, that makes way more sense. I was gonna say cow priest. How the heck is that a... Driving the buggy. Oh. Yeah, well, this won't work. No. Done with that. I'm sure it's very fast. Maybe that's the main benefit. Oh. What the heck is... Okay, sure, man. That's a choice. Yeah, okay. Well, we're gonna put back the propeller there. All right. Beautiful. Okay. More treasure chests as we can expect. At this point, I might just try and get the Georama and then leave. Okay, and we continue onwards. I really like these little floor bits with like galaxy kind of permeating throughout them. That's really pretty to me. Very up my alley. Cool. Not exactly a super riveting final dungeon here, right? Like, I think at this point in the game, the formula has been pretty played out. And I don't know, I would have like just removed the star paths. I don't know if they added anything valuable to any of this. It's not like the bosses were unique or like really well designed or something, right? It was just kind of like bigger enemies, and it feels like padding out an experience that didn't need padding. Like, I almost would have liked a new game mode, or maybe like, you know, both of our characters merge or something. You have Max's weapon on one hand, Monica's on the other, and when you try and switch, instead of switching characters, you like switch which hands as which weapon. Like, I don't know. The reality is that, like, I'm, like I've mentioned, a little tuned out. What the heck is a rock taster? Now this is a believable name right there. This looks like a thing that tastes rocks. Ow. Okay, cool. Okay, well. We need to level up your stuff here as well, Monica, so. Yeah, but I hope everyone is, you know, doing well. I'm just chilling today, you know, trying to enjoy life the best I can. Some cool shows come out soon. I've been enjoying the latest season of South Park. That's been dramatic to watch, suffice to say. But Alien Earth comes out today as well. I'm really psyched for that. I'm a big fan of Xenomorphs and Predators as well. So it's really cool to see that those properties are kind of getting like really well done, modern revivals, continuations, whatever you want to consider them. But with Alien Earth coming out today and then Predator Badlands not far off, I'm excited for what both properties are kind of putting forwards. And they're like clearly being helmed by people who care about them and want to showcase them as like fascinating. So I'm hyped. I really liked the latest Alien movie as well, was like Romulus. It was good. It felt like a little bit of like both a new thing and a mandatory rehash for a generation that hasn't grown up in the shadow of Xenomorphs, right? So it was really good. I really liked the Romulus. I'm excited to see where the series goes from here. I think it was an old idea to have the Xenomorphs land on Earth. I think it was like the original idea for the second or third movie. And they pushed back against it for various reasons, but the idea of aliens on Earth and various different species that Weyland-Yutani are capturing and experimenting on as a result of that universe and its needs, desires, and other alternate options. It's cool. I'm excited to see it. I am one of the people that believes Predator Badlands is a stealth AVP movie.
Alright, that takes care of you guys.
But that's not a bad thing. Let's see here. Where is this? No, wrong item. Damn it. Max, quit making fun of me. Cool. Yeah, last episode wasn't much different than this. It was a lot of grinding. Then I cut it short. I think I had, like, it was right around, maybe this point, 10 minutes from this point. I was, like, dying. And I'm not so... Oh, hello, elephant. This is awesome. I might be able to upgrade my Max's weapon. But, yeah, it's been too hot. It's a little bit better right now. I'm not a summer guy. I don't know who the heck likes summer. Moonflowerfin, be defeated so that I may receive my ultimate weapon. Or no, you're gonna try and kill me. Ow. Okay, this enemy sucks. Okay, let's go round him. Does he like... Yeah, this is the only issue I'm having with enemies from this level, is like they all kind of pursue you with their attacks when they hit. They don't like attack what they're aiming at. They hit you and turn as... whatever, doesn't matter. It's the same issue I had actually with playing Melee in Elden Ring. I played Demon Souls way back in the day. Like, I was an early adopter for Demon Souls. And then I played all the Dark Souls games, Sekiro and Elden Ring and all that stuff. But Elden Ring, I would actually argue, is the most punishing of the games towards Melee builders, or Melee builds. because it's like every single character or boss or enemy. Oh, Toy Rock, one more left. Has like rollerblades under their knees. Like even if they're mid attack, they can still somehow turn and like get you. And like it's just, it was really, really annoying because you can like literally watch the model like slide on the ground. There's not like movement for it. It's just like following you and zoning in on you in ways that it shouldn't be able to move. And it sucks because I feel like there should just be better ways of balancing combat against melee builds. Or like, why are you gonna make, you know, melee builds in general so like difficult to run when magic and range is still like incredibly broken, right? Like if everything's gonna be broken, that's half the fun. Just let it be broken, right? Whatever. Man, this Ice Drake has pretty good resistance to the Nova Cannon. That's fascinating. I wonder why. Cool. Yeah, it like, you know, to steal an old phrase, it grinds my gears that this final palace is so long. I'm like barely finished one wing of it, and it's not even the wing that's going to the end of the level. Like, I imagine I need to come here for the Georama, but still, bro, like... I'm kind of glad the trend of, like, crazy long dungeons is mitigating a little bit. Like, I love when a game is really fun to play, and there's more content to play, because inherently the core interaction with the game is what's fun. But at this point, like... Oh, okay, I thought I died. I just kind of want to see the end of the story. And there's not much value add in, like, all of this extra stuff. Just kind of flying along here. Yeah, well, I know that Monster Hunter 4 is going to follow this game. It might not be right away. It might, like, take some time to prepare for that series and do a few things. And then there's some other stuff that I'm considering doing on this channel. I just recently hit the 100th session of D&D campaign I've been running. It's reaching its natural conclusion. All of the arcs have been completed. We're going into kind of like tidy up, tying off knots, so to speak. But we are going into a second campaign, and my players don't understand how or why this campaign relates to the next one, and I can't explain it because it's major spoilers. But after 100 sessions of playing together, I kind of have a much better idea of like how to tell a story that would let everyone shine. And I've also floated the idea of recording it and starting to publish it. The sessions themselves, right? Because I run like a VTT session, so like a virtual tabletop. I have a lot of map making software, and I'll use a few different applications to make visual assets, and I tend to run a pretty high level game. And with my players who are much more like roleplay focused, that means that the world gets pretty well engaged with. And yeah, I've just thought it would be fascinating to record and showcase through another avenue my creative storytelling capabilities and
That takes care of you guys.
continue to build that audience creatively, right? So I'm gonna workshop a few things there and maybe use a little bit of downtime project-wise to figure that out. Historically, I've learned creating some stuff and releasing it in tow is a really good way to not overburden a production that doesn't have a budget or a standalone production schedule. By that, I mean, unless everyone's being paid to be in the room and do it, you're balancing your life, your own responsibilities, your needs, and stuff like that. So you have to have a approach to production that allows for that life to be lived. And I think one of the best ways is to make it so you're not recording something, releasing it like the next day. Even if that means kind of building in a few weeks between things going live. But yeah, we'll see. I don't think it would be a webcam type thing. But I do think it would be fun to consider like some visual novel style overlays for characters speaking, right? You can kind of envision, you know, characters or NPCs have a conversation. Maybe the party is on the left. Whoever is speaking is highlighted. Whoever they're talking to is on the right. And you would have like the character portraits popping up, very much like a visual novel dialogue. And I feel like that's not just beneficial to the players because they get to like look and have a direct sense of who's talking to who and why and where and all that stuff. But it could be interesting and valuable for an audience as well because you have this like clear sense of what's happening. You have this transition between dialogue scenes and regular scenes. So I'm going to play around with it. There is there's a version of this that I can add into what I'm doing, but it hasn't been maintained for a while, which triggers the software part of my brain that's like, oh no, do I need to become a main? Okay, what is with these enemies' attacks? Like they're not getting, like they're not reacting to Monica or like him at all. Like the other resistances just crazy high. Do they not stop? Whatever. Dumb. Oh my, seriously? It's like I have no defense at all when I literally have 60. Yeah, and why does this downward attack deal half of a regular attack? Like, what is the logic of that? It's aggressively stupid. Whatever. Yeah, I don't even want to do the downward strike. Like, it's such a bad attack. I'm actually baffled by its inclusion. I have not found that thing to get out yet, right? No. Okay. Okay. So, perpetually frustrated by the state of, this game. Cool. All right. Of course. Cool. Yay, we got the thing. Let's just get out of here. I don't care. Wow, another one of those. Okay, undo that. Never mind. I was trying to look at the level. I'm just gonna get out of here. Oh, all right. The garden. Is this a cutscene or another fight?
Whoa. Hey. Is something the matter? No, nothing. It's nothing. What's wrong with the flower? It looks like the stem is broken. I'm afraid it's going to die like this. Poor thing. I was thinking that maybe I would put them up in your room. It'd be a shame to waste them. Would you like that? Yeah, that's a good idea. What was that all about? There! Look!
Okay, great. Flower of the sun. What an accomplishment. Okay. I guess we'll briefly go back and see if our presence here has done anything. Or if getting that flower has clarified something. Probably not, right? Yep, that's fitting. Some random... whatever. Oof. Okay, we'll drop another save and maybe make a little bit of progress the other direction, I guess. Yeah, why not? Okay, we got all the way there. Now I guess what? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 levels until the boss fight, presumably at the 16th. Oh, we have to go through this again. To go a different path. All right. Hey, I don't think I need chests, right? Like, if I'm just trying to get through this level, I don't need to open anything unless I need, like, kill a whatever. Mimic. Okay. I don't even know at this point if this is actually all that much faster. Wow, the Crow Priest is healing too? What the heck is going on? Okay, great. Literally just instinct at this point to open this type of stuff because it's right in front of me. I'll keep on ignoring it for speed. Okay. And this thing probably doesn't have enough to, oh no, it does now. Nice. Yeah, I mean, this is probably the one. What does Monica's weapon here need? Blumo, which I think she maybe is already defeated or not defeated, and then more smash. Okay, we're not far off, I guess. All right. Okay, did I get the thing? Get out of here. I don't think I did. Okay, well, this is the one I want to get out of here then. Because the other path was the sun path. Okay, now this is actually quite dangerous. Okay, great. A little bit better than nothing. great. Oh, God damn it. Okay, there we go. Okay, did I miss some mimics, or is this the thing that's gonna give me what I need and I just didn't get it yet? I mean, what? Okay, maybe I just missed it, or I recently got it, or I'm just blind or something. I don't know. Oh, no. He had it. All right. Okay, we're gonna try and get through at least this level for the episode. Gives me a position to be starting from next time around, but geez, bud. Jeez, bud. Hey, I love that. Don't love that, but not surprised by it. What the heck just happened? Like, I get that I got hit, but like, what? Since when did that, like, I don't know, man. I feel like the damage values for everything in this place are all messed up. Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. Sometimes you lose your sense of what you even want to talk about when you're bashing your head against a fair amount of repetition. And unfortunately, that's really what I would say Dark Cloud 2 boils down to is, and the first game too. I still unfortunately stand by the opinion that the first game is everything the second game is, just not as refined. Because it's very clear to me why I couldn't get through the first game. And I think the end game of the first game would have made me really frustrated. Like the dungeons, the ability to lose levels, just like a lot of frustrating early game design that I probably wouldn't have resonated with long term. Oh wow, that's cool. Oh, I don't know what each subsequent press of select is doing. Huh. Organizing it by something different, I guess. That's funny. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, I guess too, the if it's like red, you've already got it. Okay? So thank God. Cool. Now, okay, we got pretty much everything except for the Thunder Ghost. So it's a lot of just kind of waiting out those things now. Thunder Ghost for Monica. Toy something for Max. Okay. Kind of feels like I moved away from the moves that I just had, but whatever. Okay. Hey, there we go. A way out of here, too. And the option for the side thing. Hey, I'll take more meat. Okay. Well, I guess we'll go finish up the stuff on the floor here, and then that's that. One more can be said or done. cool. Oh. Okay, cool. Let's keep on going. Yay. Definitely getting a lot of these rock tasters. Oh, well, that was an error. I just want the experience on her sword. Okay. That all monsters? No, there's probably more. Like, I'm so close, I might as well just go and do the 100% completion thing. It's the last dungeon of the video anyways. Oh, wrong thing, right, okay. My bad. Alright, whatever. No need to spend healing items because it's the end of the level. Should have taken this Vita, but I didn't want to miss losing the getting the experience, so that's okay. It doesn't look like it's actually much effort left to get my weapons at least up to the max of their current trees. Whether that's the best version of their weapons altogether, I'm not sure. Probably not. But I'm sure they are good enough to finish the game. And that's what matters. There we go. Alright, folks. Well, thanks for watching some more Dark Cloud 2. We'll keep on going through this Moon Palace dungeon in the next episode. See you around. Bye.